Hey you guys, I'm Peter and welcome back to the channel. So I tried to go live on the cell phone, but I really don't know how to maneuver the live system on the cell phone. So if I go live, I have to do it on the computer, but I have to do this video before my next client. So what I was seeing on the live is that scientists have figured out how to communicate with us in our dreams. So they have created a technology, all right? They have created a technology to where they can literally go inside of your dream state and communicate with you while you're dreaming. So they have figured out how to do it when you're in what is called a lucid dream. And a lucid dream is those dreams that feel real, that you're inside of, and you can actually control the dream and you're actually aware that you are in the dream. All right, so that is what a lucid dream is in a nutshell. So the scientists have figured out how to go inside of your dream state and how to communicate with you during your dream. So they took 158 participants, right? And out of these 158 participants, they were able to go inside of 70% of their dreams and be able to assist them in controlling their dreams. Other ones, they couldn't really get into the lucid dream state because they had to use mindfulness before they went to sleep in order to get into a lucid dream state, and then the scientists were able to go into it. But a lot of them weren't able to go in, several of them, because several of them couldn't get into that state. All right, so one of the things that stood out to me when they were saying that, like, they got into one of the participants' head, and then the participant was doing something. He was having a nightmare. He was running from something, and they was able to communicate to him like, yo, you're just in a dream. You don't have to be afraid of this, and blah, blah, blah. This is that and third, like, right? So they telling him that he don't have to be afraid of things, and he's just in a nightmare. He's in a dream and all of this other stuff, right? And so this guy, when he came out, this participant, when he came out of the dream, he was like, yo, I felt like God was talking to me. This is what this guy said. This guy said, I felt like God was talking to me. I felt like God was telling me what to do. Okay. And so I'm like, whoa, you feel like the infinite creator is talking to you, then dang, how powerful is this stuff? And so they're saying that, like, yeah, we got this technology. We're excited because we're going to be able to help people with their nightmares, right? This is what they're saying. They're pushing it off as a way to help people not have nightmares and a way for people not to have, symptoms of PTSD. Now, check this out. A lot of people going to jump on that because a lot of people do not want to continue to relive and revisit these war zones and these things that happen in war. I, for one, do not like that. But you can combat a lot of that stuff through meditation practice, and you can combat it through that sleep hypnosis therapy, right? Because I do a lot of sleep hypnotherapy. But that's what they're passing it off of. So, of course, everybody's going to buy into this. Everybody's going to want this done because they like, yo, you mean to tell me I won't have night terrors? Oh, my goodness, sign me up, right? But this guy said that he felt like God was talking to him. So he felt like God was talking to him. And you know what? What else can they do with this technology, right? What else can they do with this technology? That's how we understand. That's why we know the consciousness is at war. Like, it's a war between innovative technology, advanced technology, and our consciousness. Like, we're gonna talk about that. But I just want to just plant this seed real quick. Like, why is our mind so important? Why is our consciousness so important? Why is it that everything that is being created is to create reality that interferes with our consciousness? Like, they're talking about the creating the alter carbon reality, it's just all these different things, to interfere with our consciousness, even from down to social media, how social media has influenced the way we think, how social media has influenced the way we operate. Like, if you look at that show Social Dilemma, where it was talking about how they cued us into these into these little algorithms, like they send these notifications on our phones and things like that, and create anxiety surrounding people getting likes. So they'll suppress the likes on the Instagram, or they'll suppress your feeds and things like that, and you be waiting and waiting and waiting on somebody to like your stuff. And that's how they control you by doing that stuff. So if y'all haven't watched Social Dilemma, y'all should watch it. It's a really good thing. You know, I know it's like, oh, you telling us about consciousness and then you telling us go watch TV. Well, certain things that you need to be paying attention to that's on the TV, because they just putting it out there so that hoping that you pass it up, because you're like, oh, it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? They hoping that you pass it up. Just like that little article, they're hoping that you pass it up, because they put it like right bam slap dab on the front of the Google screen, you know, for you to see it. It's not there anymore, but they put it there, right? So, you know, going into this whole consciousness, there's a war on our conscience. There's a serious war on our conscience, because they're saying like, oh, they can go in your dream. Then they had the nerve to say when they get more reliable data, you know, that's when they'll feel comfortable using this form of technology. More reliable. All that means is they want the reliability to be good. So all that means is they need more subjects, right? And then if they can get out of that subject, if they can get 75% of the subject for them to be able to go into their consciousness, to manipulate their consciousness, right? Or to go inside their dream state to manipulate their dreams, they get 75%, then it becomes reliable, you know. So yeah, they really want it to be like 90%, you know. They really want to see if they can convince 90% of those people to do their technique first to get into a lucid dream, right? And then once they get into the lucid dream, then they'll be able to go into their minds and, you know, manipulate their dreams. That stuff is crazy, y'all. Like, it's crazy. So now what we need to do, we're gonna have to start building up our protections. All right, building up your protections in your energetic field. You know, so that, hey, call on your guides and your spirit team. Let them know, look, hey, anybody come up in here, I need you to handle that. You know, ritualize yourself so that you can protect yourself in your dream state. Get yourself some amethyst crystal, and put it inside of a bag. Put that thing under your bed. Drop you some, get you a glass of water. Like, you can use a glass of water. I know y'all always see like old folks have like glasses of water on the side of their bed. You know, put that comfort oil in there, or put some comfort in there, and that'll help you with, you know, things interfering in your dreams. I just don't know how to combat this particular technology yet, because I mean, nobody does. Like, if anybody come on here and talk about they know how to combat it, they lying, because it's new, first of all. You know what I'm saying? And obviously they figuring out how to get into people's dream state. Okay. It's gonna take some serious combat, but that's why we're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to call on our team and our guys to help us. Be like, hey, you know, I need y'all help with this, because they coming with some real deal, you know. And then just continue to do things to keep your frequency high. Continue to do things to, so, because when you're in a lucid dream, you know what's up. You know when something's not right, especially if you have discernment and you get inside your lucid dream, you already know what's up. Because I done had some crazy lucid dreams before, and when something come up in my dream and it's trying to pretend to be an entity, pretending to be something that it's not, hey player, you got to get on up out of here. You ain't this person. You know, I let them know. I let the entity know, like, listen, I know who you is. I know what you're here for, and it's not going down, you know. So we just have to continue to do things to build up our frequency, you know, eat the right foods, drink a lot of water, listen to different sounds, listen to different types of music, you know. And I'm not saying like don't have any fun or don't have any social life, you know, but you can't be listening to, you know, Lil Uzi Vert or Moneybagg Yo all the time and thinking that like they gonna raise your vibration, because all it's gonna do is lower your vibration because of what they talking about in that music. All right, we remember activation, cell activation, and things like that, DNA. Okay, so but yeah, I don't want to rattle on about that, but I just thought it was interesting that they were, that they've created this technology now, So, they can't get you one way, they're going to get you another one, right? So they can't get you to do it. They can't get you to do certain things, while you are, conscious. So they're like, what, let me go on up in here in the subconscious. Let me go on up in here and mess with these dreams real quick. So that's pretty much it, y'all. I just wanted to let y'all know like what was going on, and y'all do your own research on it, because I'm going to continue to be doing my research on it. I'm going to continue to follow this information, because this information is very important to me. I feel like we need to know what's coming. I'm not sure even if it's gonna happen in our lifetime, but the way they moving, like we gon' I know a lot of this stuff gonna be done by the time that I'm at least 50, and that's in 15 years. So, we just gotta be mindful, make sure that, we teaching our practices to our kids. Don't be like our ancestors and hold certain things from us. Pass this stuff down to your children so that they can know how to deal with things when they become older. All right. Get them into practice. Once you begin to understand your rituals and your formality, get them into it, because it's going to help them in the long run. So that's pretty much it. Listen, little man about to turn up, so I'm going to have to go ahead and go, and I'll holler at y'all.